Hey yogis, it's Kim. We're going to do a little calming flow today. So let's just start in child's pose. You may want to block, you also may want to blanket. We're going to do knees together if that's comfortable for you. Get a little more space through the lower back. So knees together. Try to sit back and get the connection with the heels. If that's too much on the knees, that's where you can slide a blanket in under here. You can do your block. Blanket will be a little more comfortable. Start to walk forward with the torso. Again, if the hips lift, take a prop and help yourself out. Make it comfy. So you can always do a block under the forehead. For some people, it may be comfortable to have a block under the sternum. And you may like it with no prop. Let there be some ease in the arms. You can reach them forward. You're also welcome to reach them back if that's more comfortable. And do a little inventory. Sort of notice your body, how it feels in this moment. Acknowledge your mental state. Acknowledge your emotional state. And then acknowledge your breath. Start to notice the sensation of your breath on the nostrils. And then see if you can lengthen your breath a bit, especially focusing on lengthening the exhale. And as you do so, start to send the breath into the back body, especially the lower back here, down and around the low back and the hips. So the inhale lets that area expand. And big focus on the exhale. Inhaling into the lower back. Big focus on the exhale. Now focusing on the back of the heart, the mid-back. Inhaling into the back of the heart. Big focus on the exhale. One more like that. Inhale into the back of the heart. Big focus on the exhale. We'll add a small twist into our child's pose. So keep the sit bones sinking back here. Lift the forehead, lift the elbows just a little bit. Take the left hand, thread it under the right arm here. It's really that simple. It can be palm up or palm down. And then you'll release either forehead or side of the head down. And they can go onto the ground or again onto one of your props. Breathe into the left shoulder, into the left side body. Each exhale, let the sit bones sink down, let the shoulders release a little bit. We'll take a lateral bend over to the right. So again, lift up slightly. Walk the right hand over off of the mat. Walk the left hand over. You may stack the hands. Release the forehead again. It may not come all the way to the earth. It might. Breathing through the left side body. Continuing to let the sit bones sink down and back. And then coming up through center here, walking the hands back to center. Extend the left arm, lift the elbow, thread the right arm under. Palm can go up or down. You can use your prop. Breathing into the right side body, into the right shoulder. Focusing on the exhale. Letting go completely. let the sit bones sink down. Lift up out of this a bit. We'll find our lateral bend. So again, walk the left hand over, walk the right hand over towards the left side. You're welcome to stack the hands right on top of left. And then re-sink down, keep reaching back through the sit bones, breathe into the right side body. And then coming back to center here, walk the hands back, lift your way up, and we'll just release the knees a little. So you can walk them back, find kind of a tabletop. Pick one leg, extend it behind you, toes on the ground, and then just a little bit of movement here. And then we'll just switch side. So set that knee down, extend the other leg. Toes on the earth, a little bit of movement, opening up through the back of the leg, the back of the knee. Good. And then set both knees down. We'll lift up here so that we're standing up on our knees. And you can have the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels good. We'll take a little scoop here through the pelvis so that we don't stick the butt too far back. We'll get more height that way, more stability. Release the hands, a couple of neck rolls here. Just nice, big, easy neck circles. As you move this, let the shoulders sink downward. Switch directions if you haven't. Continuing with that nice full breath. And then coming back up to center. Let's bring the hands to the hips. We're just going to work on stepping one foot forward. We'll be using this in a second. So let's tuck the back toes for a little extra stability if you have it. Again, scoop of the pelvis, shift the weight to the left, pluck up the right leg, step it forward, little low lunge. And then shift the weight to the left, step it back, other side. Toes tucked, shift the weight to the right, pluck up the left leg, step it forward, little low lunge. Shift the weight to the right, pluck up the left foot. Ooh, step it back. Good. Let's try it toes untucked. See if it's a little different for you. Little scoop of the pelvis. Shift the weight to the left. Pluck up the right foot. Step it forward. Little low lunge. Shift the weight. Step the right shin back. Shift the weight to the right. Pluck up the left foot. Step it forward. Little low lunge. And then shift the weight. Pluck up the left foot. Step it back. Good, you guys. We'll keep going through that. We're going to add some arm movements and some little twists along with the breath. So again, always focusing on that full breath. Lengthen up, little scoop of the tailbone. Pluck up the right foot. Step it forward, hands on the hips. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the arms, scoop the pelvis. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, circle the right arm up, twist. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the right foot, step it back. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the left leg, step it forward. Exhale, bow down, hands on the hips still. Inhale, lift torso, lift arms. Exhale, bow right fingertips down. Inhale, lift the left arm up, little twist. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lift torso, pluck up. Exhale, set down. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bow. We'll keep going. Inhale, lift torso and arms. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, twist. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, lift up, pluck the right shin back. Exhale, land. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lift torso, lift arms. Exhale, bow right fingers down. Inhale, left arm up, little twist. Exhale, left down. Inhale, pluck up. Exhale, land. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift torso and arms. Exhale, left down. Inhale, right up. Exhale, right down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, land. Inhale, left up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, land, two shins. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, left. Exhale, low, left down. Inhale, right arm up, twist. Exhale, right down. Inhale, left. Exhale, land. Inhale, left up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, torso and arms up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left up, twist. Exhale, left down. Inhale, left. Step back, exhale, land. Again, inhale, right up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift torso, arms. Exhale, left down. Inhale, right arm up, twist. Exhale, right down. Inhale, left. Exhale, land, two shins. Inhale, left up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift torso and arms. Exhale, bow, right hand down. Inhale, left up. Exhale, down, bow. Inhale, left. Exhale, land. Take a breath. Scoop the pelvis. Bring the left hand to the left rib cage here. We're going to really pin it in here. We're going to have the right arm by the side, thumb faces forward, and try to keep this rib pinned in. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Flip around so the thumb now faces forward again. Keep scooping the pelvis. And then circle around and back. When it gets down, thumb will be forward again. A few times like that. Circle up, flip thumb forward, circle back and around. Circle up, flip thumb forward, circle back and around twice more. Just moving through the shoulder. And then we'll just do the other side. Bring the right hand to the left rib. Keep that scoop of the pelvis. Keep the rib pinned in. Left hand is by the side. Thumb faces forward. Circle it up at the top. Flip so the thumb is still forward. And then rotate back and around. By the time you get to the bottom, thumb is forward again. Circle the arm up. Flipped thumb forward. Circle back and around. Circle the arm up, flip thumb forward, circle back and around twice more. Keep scooping through the pelvis. Keep the ribs tucked in. And just move through whatever your range of motion might be. Good. From here, we'll tuck the toes. And we're going to sit back on the heels. So if you need to sort of adjust anything, you're welcome to do so. And when you get back on the toes, scoop through the pelvis again a little bit and just breathe into the bottoms of the feet. Ease through the shoulders. They're not actually helping you here, so see if you can let them go. Take a couple of head rolls. Switching directions if you have it. Coming to center, sprinkle the fingertips down. We're going to get the heels on the earth. So ground into the fingertips to lift the knees. It's okay if the heels aren't down yet. Walk the hands back, press into the fingers to lift the butt up until the heels get down. Heel toe the feet out underneath of the hips. And again, let's just gently release through the backs of the legs. So kind of pedal them out. Letting the hips shift along with this, breathing really fully into the back body. Check in with your feet mentally. They're roughly parallel. The toes and the knees should be facing the same direction. Find a little bit of stability through the arches and the little toes here. Keep pedaling out through the legs. Find a soft bend in the knees here. Lengthen through the side waist. So
Try and get longer and get the belly a little closer to the thighs. Wrap the hands, the arms around the backs of the legs. Slide the shoulders away from the spine. And then shift the weight a little bit side to side here. And then maybe bend the knees a bit and re-extend the legs. Bend the knees, extend the legs. Bend the knees, extend the legs. Sprinkle the fingertips back to the earth. We'll find a nice bend in the left knee as we extend the right knee straight, or mostly straight if it's fighting you. So left knee bent, right leg is straight. Keep that length in the sideways. And then walk this right arm further forward. So we're trying to get that length not only through the back of the right leg, but also through sort of the right side body, the right side of the back. Breathe into that. Big focus on the exhale. Inhale into the right side body. Big focus on the exhale. Walk the right hand back. Bend the right knee. Straighten the left leg. If you need to shift around for a second, you can. And then left leg is extended. Walk the left fingertips forward. So we're getting into the back of the leg as well as sort of into the left side body, the left side of the back. Breathe into the left. Full exhale. Breathe into the left. Full exhale. Walk the hands back, soften the knees. One vertebrae at a time, roll your way up. Ground through the feet, hollow a bit through the front body. Imagine stacking each vertebrae.
Land when you get to the top. If you need to release anything, if you need a shoulder roll, if you need a neck roll, if you need a shift to the hips, let yourself find that and then come back to stillness and take a breath. Inhale. Reach the left arm overhead. Take this right hand back to the left rib. Knit it in. Reach up and over towards the right. And then from here, if you want, go ahead and bend the right knee. And then we're going to start to sort of close this off. So which I mean, rotate the heart so it faces down. And then take this left arm. Think about the shoulder here. I'm going to rotate from the shoulder. So I'm rotating until the palm faces behind me and then sort of faces up. And then I'm rotating until the palm faces down, starts to face forward. I'm trying to get this to come out of the shoulder. So rotating back and up, rotating down and a little forward, rotate back and up, rotate down and a little forward, and then lifting back up. Bring the left hand down. Bring the right arm up on the inhale. Left hand plugs that rib in. Go up and over towards the left. And then you can bend the left knee here if you want. So again, we're extending through the right side. And we'll close this off. So let the heart sort of dip down. And think of this as like a spiral of the torso here. And then we're rotating and we're trying to let that come from the shoulder as much as possible. So this right hand is going to face down and then try to face back behind you. Maybe it almost goes up again, maybe not. And then it goes down and forward. And then it goes back and maybe a little up. And then down and forward. One more. Back and maybe a little up. Down and forward. And then lift your way back up to standing. Take a shoulder roll in each direction, forward and backward. Hands to the hips. Step the right foot forward, and it's 3 feet, roughly. It's about 2/3 the way up your mat. So take this left foot, walk it out to the side a little bit. Pivot that heel to a 45 if you need. Sort of let the knee and the toe face the same direction though, whatever that angle might be. And then ground into the feet. Get strong through the legs and level out through the hips here. So we're working towards squaring this left hip point forward instead of opening up. We're trying to face forward. Gather in and up through the low belly. The right leg is straight, but try not to lock out the knee. So if you know you hyperextend, bring a little bend into it. Hands to the hips. And we're going to move a little subtle, simple flow. So exhale, hinge down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge down, that easy. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift as fast or as slow as you want. Exhale. Inhale, you can even wave the spine along. Exhale. Inhale, feet stay steady. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, hinge. Level out through the hips again. Interlace the hands behind you. In theory, palms together. No worries if they're not. Roll the shoulders back. And then drag the shoulder blades towards each other and towards the waist. And as they do, it's like the hands are getting pressed away from you. And maybe the elbows straighten. Knit the ribs in slightly. They're not going to go all the way. And then check in with the legs. Come up on the back toes, the left toes. Lower back down. Come up on the left toes. Lower back down. Come up on the left toes. Lower back down. Hands to the earth. Fingertips to the earth. They could also go to a block. Pluck up this left leg. Rotate so the top of the foot faces down. Bend the right knee. Tap the top of the left foot on the earth. Extend the right knee. Bend the right knee. Tap the top of the left foot. Extend. Bend and tap. Extend. Bend and tap. Extend this time all the way down. Bend and tap. Bend the left knee. Left shin to the earth. Lift back up. We're back on our little low lunge. If you need to adjust something, cool. Level the hips. Left arm up. Lengthen over to the right and then twist left elbow to the outside of the thigh. Hands to prayer. Again, level the hips. Revolve. So instead of letting this right knee come in, press the right knee in towards the left elbow and then press a little bit left elbow into the right leg to really wring out the spine. Unfurl from here, step the right shin, land next to the left shin. Tuck the toes, butt goes back, tent the fingers, lift the knees, walk the fingers back a little. Oof the butt up, heels down. Heel toe the feet out to the sides a little bit. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, bow down. Walk the right arm forward, one breath. Walk the right hand back, extend the left knee, bend the right knee. Walk the left hand forward, one breath. Walk the left hand back, soften the knees, roll your way up. Slow, slow, slow. Inhale, both arms overhead. Take the right hand, grab hold of the left forearm. I'm going to not have us quite on the wrist. Up and over to the right. Collapse, roll down. Inhale, lift up again. Roll down. Inhale, lift up, and then come to neutral. Lift up to center. Left hand grabs the right forearm. Lengthen, and then up and over to the left. Roll down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, open up. And then come to center. Lift back up. Release the hands down. Step the left foot forward. So again, about a third of the way, maybe 3 feet between the feet. Walk this right foot out a little bit, heel down, and you can angle it. Just let the knee and the toes face the same direction. Power through the legs, square the hips forward. So now this right hip point, instead of opening to the side, is trying to go forward. Strong legs, gather through the low belly. Left leg is straight but not locked out. Hands to the hips. Ease in the shoulders. Exhale, hinge, bow down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hinge, bow down. Inhale, lift back up at your own pace. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. The spine can get involved or not. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. From here, check in with the legs, so we're bowed. Level the hips. If you need to come up a little, that's cool. Interlace the hands the non-dominant way behind you, so whatever feels weird. Roll the shoulders back. Retract the shoulder blades, so drag them together, slide them towards the waist, push the hands away, extend the elbows, re-knit a little bit through the ribs and the low belly. Hinge down, make sure you're not locking out the left knee. Breathe. Come up on the back toes, lower the back heel. Come up on the back toes, lower the back heel. Come up on the back toes, lower the back heel. Last one, come up on the toes, lower the heel. Sprinkle the fingertips to the earth. Pluck up the right leg. So again, you can always use a block under the hands instead. Rotate that hip so the top of the right foot faces the earth. Bend the left knee, tap the top of the right foot to the earth. Lift back up. Bend the knee, tap the top of the foot. Lift back up. Bend the knee, tap the top of the foot. Lift back up. Bend the knee, tap the top of the foot. Lift back up, and now we go all the way down. Bend the knee, tap the top of the foot, and then bend the back knee, shin down. Lift the torso, little low lunge. If you need to adjust anything, adjust it. That little scoop of the pelvis so that we lengthen up left. This is right. Right arm lifts up. Lengthen, lateral bend, and then twist to the left. Right elbow goes to the outside of this thigh, and then level out through the hips here. Hands to prayer. Check in with that left knee. Push it over. Use that, the leveling of the hips and the pressing of the left knee into the arm, and then a little bit of that pressure of the arm back into the knee to really wring everything out. And then unfurl from here. Step the left shin back, and then lower so you're seated on the shins. Take a breath. Good. From here, if you would like a block, you're welcome to it. We'll move around onto the back body just for a really simple bridge pose. I'll cue restorative. That's why I had you grab the block. You could make this active if you feel a little bit more energetic. And then we'll just sort of wind down. So butt's about in the middle of the mat. Grab the back of the thighs. Use that to roll the whole spine down. And when you're on your back, walk the feet in so they're much closer to the sit bones. And then what we're working for in our bodies is this hips, knees, and feet in one line. And then they're kind of going to all face the same direction, which is up and forward. So hips face up, knees face up, which means the toes are going to try and face the top of the mat. Press into the feet. Use that to kind of fire the hamstrings, little the glutes. Start with the base of the spine. Peel up the tailbone, and then keep peeling up the rest of the spine. Again, this is where you can be active, or take your block either on medium or low, most likely, and set it under the sacrum. So I often see blocks end up under the lower back. We're going below the low back. So there's sort of this little flat part below the low back, kind of between the low back and the butt, sort of. Release the arms. If you're active, you might have enough time for a couple of rounds. If you're passive, That's it. And we just find our breath. You're welcome to close the eyes here, or you can leave them open. You often see hands by the sides in this passive variation. You're also welcome to bring them overhead or out to the sides or cactus them, whatever feels good. Breathing into the front body, focusing on the exhale. And now that we've been here a couple of breaths, recheck in with the hips. How do they feel? Check in with sort of the legs and the knees. What way are they facing? What are they up to? Check in with the feet. Are the toes facing the top of the mat? Does it feel like you're sort of evenly touching the four corners of the feet to the mat? Once you've taken that inventory, just return to the breath. Maybe breathe into the low belly a little bit more, into the fronts of the hips a little bit more. Working on these full exhales. To come up out of this, you may like coming up onto the toes. It'll just give yourself a little more space. And then we'll peel up the tailbone, slide the block from underneath of you. We're going to lower down the reverse of how we came up. So start with the top of the spine and see if you can, with control, roll down one vertebrae at a time. When you get all the way onto the back, release the heels, heel toe the feet a little wide, let the knees fall into tent or rest on each other. Take a breath. Lift the feet a little bit, bring them roughly together, hands to the knees, and then just circle around here. So you're kind of drawing circles in the air with the knees, shifting the weight around the low back. Switch directions. And then we'll counter this a little bit deeper. Start to hug the thighs into the chest here. Maybe you even start to wrap the forearms around. You can keep head, neck, and shoulders on the ground, or if you want, you can lift head, neck, and shoulders, whatever feels right. Leave the knees bent, release the arms out to the sides. Shift the hips a little over to the right, let the knees fall over to the left. And then try to get contact with the right shoulder blade on the earth. So ground into the left upper arm and then drag the shoulder blades over to the left. Gaze can be up or to either side. Take a breath. One more breath. Coming back to center. So lift things, shift the hips to the middle, reset the spine, and then shift the hips to the left. Let the knees drop over to the right. Again, see if you can get the left shoulder blade in contact with the earth. So ground down through the right upper arm, pick up the shoulder blade, drag both shoulder blades towards the right so you can get a little deeper into that. Gaze can be wherever you need it. Full breath. One more breath here. Coming back to center. Moving everything to center, hips. Let the spine release. Walk the feet long, or the legs long. Feet a little out to the sides. Let the toes roll out to the sides. Maybe the arms come by the sides a little away from the body with the palms up. If you feel the need to ground down, bring the hands palms down onto the belly and or the chest. Let the eyes close. Notice the ground beneath you. Notice the quality of the air around you. And then just begin to watch the breath. Feel it on the nostrils. And then start to allow yourself to just sink down into this stillness. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. Thank you all so much for joining today. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, and peace for the spirit.